Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. The first console I ever had, it was a portable console. And when the Switch launched, I was thinking, when will Microsoft launch a portable system? Because Sony has already done this and they had not very good luck with it, but still you can have a PlayStation Portable or a PlayStation Vita. So I don't know when this will happen, but for the moment we have now the technology to take an Xbox One S and play outside, because I have with me a portable display and a power bank. Although you can carry with you a big power bank like the Bodens power bank or solar generator that I already presented on my channel, today I wanted to fit everything in my backpack. So I am using this power bank. I also presented this shortly. It's the OmniCharge, which has a 100 watt inverter. So Xbox One S, I have tested it and most of the games need around 75 watts. So I think this should work fine. The only problem with this is that this is not pure sine, so the charger of the Xbox itself will have to struggle a bit. But I think it's not a problem for this demonstration. And because this power bank would probably last only for 1 hour of gameplay, I also brought with me a bigger one. And this bigger one doesn't have an inverter. It's called Lithiumite, but this one has a capacity of 185 watt hour. This means with this one only, probably I can play the Xbox One S for around 3 hours. Both of these can be charged with solar panels, so if you have a 100 watt solar panel, you can almost use the Xbox One S directly with the power of the sun, because a 100 watt solar panel will give you around 60 watt of continuous power. And if you don't know this already, after the Nintendo Switch, I think today's console that is most efficient is the Xbox One S. And I also like that this is a very silent console. I also have the Xbox One X, but that is a 4K console and makes much more noise because it needs much more cooling. So let's quickly set up all I have here to show you how it is to have a portable Xbox One S, if we can call it this way. And Microsoft, if you're listening, I definitely want to have a portable Xbox, especially to play the Forza Horizon games. So the way we are going to set up this, we first have the console and then we have the power bank. The final element of this setup is of course the portable display. I am using here a portable display that is actually 4K, so you could also use this with the Xbox One X if you have a more hefty power bank. If you're curious about everything what I'm using, I will leave the link in the description below. So I have now arranged everything. Here are the power banks that are powering the Xbox One S and also powering the portable display. And between the Xbox One S and the portable display, I'm using of course an HDMI cable. So let's now power this on and see if everything works. So you can see that my pass-through works brilliant. Everything that I'm able to draw from this battery goes directly to the Xbox. So if you don't want to use an internet connection, you need to set up your Xbox as your home console. I will shortly connect to the internet and set up this as a home console so that we can continue. So you need to go here into General and My Home Xbox. You will set up this as your home Xbox and you can play offline. I'm a very big fan of rally games, so here is Dirt 4 running outside on the Xbox One S. As you can see, I run this everything out of these two batteries. Now the screen I use is a bit glossy, but it has actually very good brightness. So here in the shadows, it's actually very nice to see. So I'm very happy to report this runs without any issues. But it's very hard for me to film and play at the same time. So let's quickly see how much power does this need. To see how much power we need, I will disconnect the second battery. And I can see here around 80 watts. So this is quite reasonable, because you are able to play the Xbox One X game at good quality. Depending on the game you play, the Xbox One S can draw up to 120 watts, but I didn't experience a game that was able to draw so much power. But if you plan to use this every day, maybe in your camper or something similar, I would suggest get a pure sine inverter, at least 150 watts, because you will also need the monitor, and that is also drawing a bit of power. With the configuration I have here now, I could play this game for around 4 hours. So I think that's quite good for a system that you can put in your backpack. Now, of course, the Nintendo Switch is out there, and there are a lot of good games that you can play, and you can even use this external monitor without any dock. So yeah. So I really hope that Microsoft is working on a portable Xbox, because I think this is not the easiest way to have a portable Xbox system. So I'm quite happy to say that it works, especially if you put your Xbox One S as your home console. You don't even need an internet connection, and you can play your games offline. Of course, if you need multiplayer, you can use your phone as a hotspot, and you have solved that problem. But what have I learned out of this? I think this can be done, yeah? Microsoft should be able to provide us a portable Xbox system. From what I understood, Apple is claiming that their iPad Pro line is having the power of an Xbox One S console. So why not develop an Xbox tablet or an Xbox portable system? Very similar maybe with the Nintendo Switch. I would certainly buy that, especially because of the Forza Horizon series, and you have a lot of AAA games running on the Xbox. And I don't mind having the quality of the Xbox One S. Even if you go lower to a 720p screen, I think that would still work for a portable system. You can see the Switch and the success the Switch has. At the moment, they are selling more than the Xbox and the PlayStation. So I think people are really appreciating being able to take their consoles with them. And yeah, I also appreciated this exercise. It's a really interesting feeling to be able to play the Dirt 4 rally game outside, because you are always in the game, in the forests, running with the car in a rally, but you're always inside. So now I'm here outside, and it's quite an interesting feeling, and I like that. So if Microsoft and Sony don't want to catch up in this portable console game, I hope that Nintendo with their new Switch Pro will bring more developers on board, and we will see more AAA games on the Nintendo Switch. And one thing I really want in the next generation of the Nintendo Switch is some analog trigger buttons, because if you're playing rally games or racing games, you really need these analog triggers. So that's it for today. What do you think about this system? Is this a bit crazy? Is this a bit exaggerated? But I think it works, and hopefully in a few years I will be able to play the Xbox games on a portable system or a Sony console. I don't mind. We really need this. Out of all the gaming system I have, I play the Nintendo Switch the most, because it's very easy to just pick up and go play wherever you want. And I'm saying this already having a gaming computer, gaming laptop, Xbox One S, Xbox One X consoles, and so on. The Nintendo Switch, today, for me, as a busy man, it's easier to pick up and play. And especially now with the advanced architecture on a smaller scale, 5nm processors and so on, I think this is quite possible. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and till next time, have a good one.